Alright, Peace and Greetings YouTubers. BET Awards 2014. Let me just jump right into it. Had to bring my laptop because the award show was long, and of course I was going to forget half of what I wanted to say. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about all the bad and all the stuff I wasn't crazy over, then I'll come back to the good stuff. Plus y'all only like it when I talk trash about your favorite celebrities anyway. And then you get mad. But that's okay, as long as you're watching my videos. So let's start off with Robin Thicke. Robin, bruh. We understand and we empathize with your current situation. Well, maybe I don't really empathize. I don't really care. But we sympathize with your current situation. And let me just say it like this. We ain't going to do this all year. Okay, Robin? This was it. This was the last sappy performance we were going to give you. Because you did it at the VMAs. You did it, I think, at the Grammys or the AMAs or some other award show. You did it like 50 times. We got it. We are sad that she don't want you no more. But it ain't our fault you cheated on her, okay? So you just got to wait for her to come around, and when she feels like it, she'll be back. Alright? Plus, it's the summer. We want to be happy. We want to dance. We want to party. I need music that I can go to the gym and pump iron to so I can be shirtless on my birthday in August. I don't need your sappy, depressing stuff out right now. Ain't nobody trying to hear that. Plus, I'm still mad at you for the fact that as soon as Blurred Lines blew up, you kind of threw all of us back in the bus. You put us in the back of the bus again, and you tried to run over there to the MTV crew and all the Beckys and Mollys and all them that were fist pumping, and as soon as they stopped listening to the rest of your singles that didn't do too well, you tried to come back to us. And now we got to sit here and hear your problems and hear about how horrible your relationship is. That ain't my problem, okay? Be like everybody else who gets dumped. You make some sentimental status or quote, and you put it on Instagram and Twitter, and you bounce, okay? Plus, you look desperate, and then you done shaved your head off, so you look like you're in cell block 8. Paula don't want that. You're supposed to look better once you get dumped than when you're actually in a relationship, so the person got a reason to say, okay, maybe I do miss you a little bit. I ain't trying to be a marriage counselor, but get that figured out, okay? You need to be like Chris. You need to freaking find a girl like freaking Chris Brown's girlfriend, Tamagotchi, okay? Because she's very loyal. She done been down, and she done stuck with Chris forever. Whether he was with Rihanna and everybody else, she ain't ever went nowhere. So get somebody like Tamagotchi. I don't know what her name is. I think it's Karuchi Tran, Karma Sutra Kimchi something. But damn it, find the Tamagotchi, Robin. Anyway, Lil Wayne performed. Performance was cool. The only issue I had is I didn't understand what Lil Wayne had on. I was lost because it was like this long flannel thing, but then he had like sweatpants, shorts, and these type of shoes, and then this like going to battle hat. I was like, I don't understand. Are you about to go camping in an ungentrified part of DC or something? I'm confused. I live in DC, so I'm gonna let y'all start. But I didn't understand. I was like, what do you have on? But I guess, you know, when you start getting into money and you're successful, you kind of get that stupid money. You can do stupid things. So, you know, as soon as I come into my stupid money, I'm going to get like a contact that's just straight white. Like just white. Just all white. Actually, you know, that rapper Hudson already kind of has that. But I'm going to do something. It's going to be cool, though. Just don't judge me when I start doing it. But yeah, so he performed. I liked that he had a live band. I was like, I appreciate that. Good job, Lil Wayne. So it wasn't really a bad thing. It was just that outfit was distracting. And it didn't help that it looked like he just took it off and gave it to Chris Brown when Chris went on stage 20 minutes later. So I was confused. I didn't know. I wasn't a big fan of the 90s throwback section. Now listen, I am the biggest 90s guru of all of them. That's all I do is talk about how great the 90s are. And I cuss everybody out who didn't come out in the 90s or the 80s and transitioned to the 90s. I cuss out everybody who came out after 2000. But I just felt like they could have had some better acts up there. Nothing against Color Me Bad, Troop and So. But Troop, cool. But y'all could have at least sang Spread My Wings, okay? It was already bad enough that half the teenagers on Twitter were talking about B5 got old as hell. I'm like, see, I don't have time. And then the older people on Facebook were cussing, going off about why are they still in this Jackson 5 song. I'm like, I don't have time. And then Color Me Bad, half the group was missing, and I feel like y'all had somebody in there that wasn't in the group. I was like, wait a minute, I thought the group was like 3 white boys and 1 black guy with dreads. I see like 2 black people up here. I'm confused. Somebody don't belong. And then Silk was cool, I guess. I mean, hey, that's the song everybody played in college when he was about to do a whole bunch of nasty ratchet stuff. So that was cool. But I just feel like they could have had, you know, they could have had maybe Boyz II Men or whichever members of Jodeci weren't drunk and high at the time. Hopefully it wasn't Casey or JoJo, because if you ain't got them 2, we don't want it, because the other 2 never really sang like that. Or you could have got Drew Hill, you could have got freaking High Five, Shy, shout out to Howard, somebody. But I don't know, it was cool for what it was. I appreciate the homage, but yeah, I was good. T.I. and Iggy performed, cool. Alright, let me not do that, okay. T.I. and Iggy Azalea performed. T.I. was pretty cool, yeah, awesome. Iggy, cool, yeah, awesome. I'm not sold on Iggy yet. Everybody's telling me I'm a hater. Maybe I'm a hater, but maybe I hate her. But I'm not big on her yet. I'm still confused. I think I'm just a little too political, and I'm very Nat Turner-ish at times. So I still don't understand how you can be Australian, but you have this hood accent, and stuff don't add up to me, man. So I'm waiting for her to do something that is gonna move me. So you know what? You know, she's fancy at the moment, but I don't fancy her too much. But maybe things will change, and I'm not trying to downplay her success, but I'm just unimpressed. Sorry. And it did help that T.I. was singing some song about mediocre. I was like, mediocre indeed. Moving on. Then Nicki Minaj performed. Now, Nicki Minaj was fine as hell tonight. Like, I'm glad that she doesn't wear that clown Sesame Street makeup shit anymore. Like, she is a very beautiful woman when she, like, tones it down and just looks like a regular everyday person that we would see on the street, or like one of those girls at the club that will not give you the time of day when you walk past her. But I appreciated how she looked. Now, what I didn't care too much for whatever song that was, the Pills and Potion. I don't like that. I don't like that. Maybe I needed to be on something to understand it. And the set, I was confused because it was like colors and mushrooms, and there was bunnies and rabbits and ice cream trucks and stuff. And this is my thing. The only person that gets to pass to have those very whimsical sets is Janet when she performs Escapade. Other than that, I don't want anybody else doing it. Maybe Katy Perry can kind of fall into that bubble too, because that's kind of some Katy Perry stuff. But Nicki, this wasn't the venue for you to confuse us, because, you know, this is the award show where you reintroduce yourself to everybody like, okay, I'm still this demanding, you know, act that's storming all these charts and breaking these records type of thing. That was kind of a set that you would do at your concert for your fans. So people like me who are not big Nicki fans and don't have your albums, I was like, what is this? I went and washed my face after, just because I was traveling back from New York and I just needed to wash my face. So yeah, I kind of missed the rest of Nicki, but she looked very nice. She was very beautiful tonight. Jennifer Hudson, this is my thing with Jennifer Hudson. The performance was not bad, but we've already placed Jennifer Hudson in this balladeer bubble where we just want her to sing ballads, because, you know, she was supposed to be the next Whitney Houston, and then we all changed our minds and said, no, we're good. And, you know, so now it's like they're trying to transition her out of that ballad bubble and try to, you know, sex her up a bit to give her some more fun music. So she performed the Walk It Out song, and she came down the aisle, but Walk It Out is not really a song that transitions well live on stage, especially because it's very, you know, synthesized and lots of computers, not a lot of live instrumentation, and the vocal arrangements are weird. So it was not, I didn't like that part. Then she transitioned to like a very, you know, up-tempo house music song, which was cool if you're like a fan of Baps and you like the song that comes on at the end of Baps. Like, if there's a Baps sequel, that'd be a great song to go at the end of the movie. But for the kids watching the BT Awards, because I'm speaking on behalf of the 21 and under crowd that would, you know, that they're probably marketing Jennifer Hudson to, I don't think they would appreciate that type of song, because that sound is not currently popular with that audience. And even if you want that sound to be more popular with the 25 and over crowd, I still don't think that was the appropriate song. So I don't know. I guess. I mean, she sounded good. That was cool. But I just was not too big on that. And then it didn't help that it looked like she had on Michelle Williams' outfit from the Super Bowl. Remember when Michelle was up there with Kelly and Beyonce? I was like, she done went and asked Michelle. I mean, I know you lost all that weight, but she's like, hey, Michelle, let me borrow your outfit real quick. Because when Jesus says yes, nobody can say no. Okay, but let Beyonce perform Partition first before she goes back to singing about Jesus. Amen. Hallelujah. So J Hud is still cool. I still like her. I appreciate vocal talent, but I didn't really care too much for that performance. She should have performed the song that she has with T.I. That's a fun song. I would took that. August Alsina. In the beginning, I was not sold on him. I didn't really like him. I thought he had a horrible attitude. I didn't like how he did that girl on 106 in Park, and I didn't like how Bow Wow stood there like a punk and let that whole thing go down. Because had I been hosting, he would have never been on that show again, and the videos and everything would have been banned. But, you know, I've come to notice that maybe he's a little bit more humble than what I thought, because I appreciated both of the speeches that he had, and he cried. I was like, oh, okay, all right, we deep. He thanked Jesus, because, you know, people don't talk about Jesus no more on TV, like we done got too good. So I was like, that's cool, but his performance with Trey Songz and Chris Brown was cool. Maybe not for me, but for the audience that is marketed to, I'm sure they all loved it. I'm sure all of you ladies really enjoyed those performances. So y'all have fun. I muted the TV because there was too many goat yolls and stress and struggle notes. I couldn't take it, so I turned it off. But hey, really cool way to change my opinion about you, August, because I ain't like you until tonight. All right. Chris Rock, I thought was a great host. He was funny. I ain't like that bit about the chicken. I was like, damn, please don't bring out this chicken, because white people are watching. We gonna be, and hey, everybody eats chicken, but you know that stereotype that they put on us. But Chris Rock, I like him because he always says everything that he feels with no filter. Like, his best hosting gig was when he did the VMAs in '99 because he dragged every single person in that crowd to their face and dared somebody to say something. It was just too good. But Chris has always been like great. He's just funny, and he's political and he's smart. So he's just, you can appreciate his comedy at any age. Pharrell, I'm so glad he brought out Missy Elliott because I was just about to change the channel and then she came out. I was like, thank God. Nothing against Pharrell, but I'm not really a fan of his live performances. And then he has like a thin nasal, well, not, his voice isn't nasally, but he has a thin singing voice, and sometimes it doesn't carry over too well in live performances, but he can produce his behind off. So I was really happy that Missy came out. Missy, where you at though? Where's the music, man? Missy will respond to you when you tweet her, and I'd be asking like, yo, when's the music coming? She's like, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming, but it's been coming for like 5 years. What's up? But I was happy she came out. John Legend performed. He had a really great performance as usual. He sang that other ballad, not the All of Me, but that other ballad that's coming out that everybody's singing. I forgot what it's called. It's on the album. I just haven't really listened to the album like that because he got one of them albums you got to play on accident when you clean in the house, and then you'll like it. So he performed, and then he brought out, listen, forgive me because I'm about to mess her name up. I can't pronounce this girl's name, so can somebody give me the phonetic pronunciation of this girl's name? Is it Jhene, Aiko, Jhene, Aiko, Alkaline, Jhene, J? I just call her J-A, Ja. So Ja came out and performed, and you know what? She's growing on me because I don't really like her like that either because she just, it's not that she can't sing because she can sing, she just has one of those questionable singing voices, and after a few minutes it becomes irritating. I'm like, I can't take it. But her performance was actually pretty decent, and the live band and the musical arrangements really helped enhance her performance. So shout out to Ja. Alright? Ja. Okay, then Chris Brown actually came out and performed his actual solo piece. He had a really great, high energetic performance. One of the performances when you just get out of jail and you haven't been in that 8x8 cell anymore, so you just want to run and be free. Kind of like when you got that uncle who has that dog that's been chained to the tree in the backyard for 10 years and you finally take the dog off the leash and he just runs and sprints to freedom. Chris had a freedom performance. He was jumping and flipping and doing all this. And now he wasn't doing too much singing. He only did about 2 words of singing and the rest was backing track. But that's okay. Because I appreciated it. Because I was like, thank God we didn't have to do another Jason Derulo performance. Jason Derulo fans, hey, it ain't like he was here tonight anyway, so I can talk about him. And then right after that, you had the Usher performance, which I thought was good. It was a great way to kind of remember that Usher has a lot of hits. And Usher also believes in singing live. So we heard all the notes, both good and bad. But that's okay because he had that one good run when he said that one line about something about being true. I was like, all right, get it, Usher. Great dance. And those dances were really good too, especially the 2 girls. There was the one girl that did the split. At first I thought it was Sierra. And I was like, didn't she just have a baby? Like, damn, okay. And I'm like, she always dancing back for somebody. You dancing for Pharrell, you dancing for Chris, you dancing for Usher. And then I was like, oh, no, it's not Sierra. Okay, cool. Sierra, I do like you though. Shout out to Sierra. I did buy your album. Even if I was the only one, I bought it. Okay? And I did recommend it to a few people. It ain't my fault everybody else just jumped ship. But no, and then that other dancer with the little fur boots that Peter is about to have a field day over. That girl was just like, and just dropping and doing all type of tricks and trickery and all type of mess. So, that was cool. What else happened? And then back to Tamagotchi. She was in the crowd. Shout out to Tamagotchi. You know, she's loyal. All right, so while Chris was saying these girls ain't loyal, Tamagotchi, that's right, but I'm still here. I ain't going nowhere. All right, that money must be real good. But hey, they ain't love. Y'all do you. If that's a relationship you want, I ain't judging. At least y'all in one. Lionel Richie tribute was pretty cool. Pharrell kind of got on my nerves because remember he had his hat real low like this and he couldn't see the teleprompter and he kept squinting and blaming the teleprompter. I was like, Pharrell, either move the hat or take the hat off. You'll actually be able to read what's on the teleprompter. I'm just saying. But the tribute performances were cool. Who was part of it? You had John Legend again because you know every award show there's those people who perform 2 and 3 times. Rick Ross, John Legend, Alicia Day. It's always them same few that always do 2 and 3 performances. John Legend performed again. Ledisi performed. Yolanda Adams was great, even though they messed up her microphone and it was coming into the wrong feed, so you couldn't hear her in the latter half. I wish CeCe Winans would have sang Jesus is Love, because I like CeCe Winans' tone a little bit more on that song, but or I would have liked it more, but that's cool. Felicia Rashad, you know, gave a nice, really wonderful tribute to Ruby Dee and Maya Angelou, which was very well needed, because everybody on Twitter was cussing everybody out, saying how come we ain't said anything about them. My only other beef I had was, right after the Medgar Evers tribute, when they did the Bobby Womack, when Tyrese was singing, and then they went straight to commercial. I was like, that's kind of disrespectful. I know the kids don't know who Bobby Womack is, and most of us only remember that one song that was the really huge one. Most of us only remember that one, but still. He was a legend, and if you're gonna honor him, can he at least get 3 minutes? Hell, you gave Robin Thicke 5 minutes to sit there and beg on stage. That was kind of jacked up. And I did appreciate that they gave the humanitarian award to Medgar Evers' wife. I totally forgot her name, so please forgive my ignorance. But most people don't know who Medgar Evers is anyway. But just as a quick history lesson, Medgar Evers was actually the very first African American male to speak freely on public television in the state of Mississippi about race and politics. Unfortunately, they shot him that same night. All right, and if you saw like the movie Ghost of Mississippi with Whoopi Goldberg, that Medgar Evers' wife, that's who Whoopi Goldberg was playing. So I was glad that they kind of gave homage to that. Because, honestly, when it comes to black history, they only talk about Martin and Rosa, and everybody else, nobody else matters, which is real jacked up. And that's why our kids are all screwed up now, because they don't know their history. And I ain't trying to be political, but hell, I just saw Hidden Colors 3, so I'm in my feelings. But anyway, I'll wrap it up. That's really about it. Just remember, Nicki, no more whimsical sets, okay? Only Jhene can do that for Escapade. The rest of y'all, we don't need it. And that's about it. Share your comments, your thoughts. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Was it horrible, terrible, whatever? Subscribe. I'm out.